Okay, and we're back. Week 6 of the NFL is here, and we have a few interesting games, and the most important thing is that we don't know who's actually good or not, so our predictions don't really matter, so actually the advantage is to the coin. So, we'll see how that goes. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
You know, I gotta say, that wasn't my greatest open. That wasn't my greatest open, and you know what? I blame you for this. I was distracted.
What?
I was distracted.
What'd I do?
Well, 30 seconds before we started the podcast, you told me that you're learning how to make video games, and so it's like, what?
Well,
you can't drop that bomb on me right before I'm like, you know how hard it is for me to think of one thing, and all of a sudden you just drop something like that? Jesus Christ, man. Also, great idea.
I apologize for being dreadfully interesting.
We're gonna leave that one there. Otherwise, I'll get unfocused. Okay. I even forgot what I was gonna say right there. See, it's too much. I can't do it. It's been a long week, man. It's been a long week. But
Very well. Then let's talk about something we know absolutely nothing about, which is football predictions.
Yes, but before we get into it, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. If we reach 10,000 subs before the end of the NFL season, I will go on a 10,000 mile road trip and record most of it, and we'll try to do Wild America while I'm doing it. So there you go. Please subscribe. It helps out, really. Anyway, let's get into week 6 of the NFL. Before we do, let's get started with one of my favorite things, the hot seat. So, which head coaches I think are still in the hot seat currently? Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel. That might be the hottest seat in the NFL right now, which is dangerous because the Chargers are up against the Dolphins. We'll see how things progress in Miami without their best offensive player. Brian Callahan, Tennessee Titans. He just got his first win, so I believe his seat is just slightly less hot, but not much. Even though the way they won was crazy. It was like God is on his side. Next, we have the New Jersey Giants. Brian Dable, who I think his butt might be saved for this season, depending on how things go with Jackson Dart. And the newest addition of this list, I don't think you were here last week, no, is Zach Taylor from the Cincinnati Bengals. His team quit on him, and they had to trade in division for quarterback Joe Burrow to try to save the season. So the vibes are not going to Cincinnati. The one thing that's saving him is that the Bengals are cheap, and so they tend to not fire head coaches before their contract is done. But let's just say the vibes are not good in Cincinnati right now. Currently, there are no more undefeated teams in the NFL, but we still have one super defeated team in the Jets. They stand alone, the only winless team in the NFL. The only team, I think, without a turnover. They made history. The first team to lose 5 games and not have a single turnover. And
the whole season?
Yep. And that's with a defensive head coach. So, not good. No bueno. Anyway, let's get into our picks. Week 6.
You wanna have a weird reality check?
Sure.
This feels weird to say. The Jacksonville Jaguars are tied for the number 1 spot in the NFL.
Come again?
They're 4-1.
What universe is this? Are we in the darkest timeline? What do you mean? We're in the clown timeline. Now everything makes sense. We're in topsy-turvy land. All right, now I feel better. It's not that I suck in my predictions, it's that the world is insane. So
the world is wrong.
Everything in this universe is backwards. Anyway, let's get into our predictions because we want to make this a short one. Thursday night football, we got the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the New Jersey Giants. Now, on paper, you should be like, the Eagles are going to whoop these guys. However, Saquon Barkley, there's rumors that he might not be 100%. Also, the Giants are at home. It's a divisional game. It's a short week. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I just know that I'm not gonna pick the Giants over the Eagles, so give me the Eagles.
Are
you gonna pick?
Wait, why am I going for the weird picks? I'm winning. Yeah, let's go with Eagles.
You don't need. I got closer. I got 2 games closer this week, so I'm slowly clawing my way back, man. Slowly clawing my way back. Anyway, let's see what God thinks.
Bring it on.
God picked away. See, so God picked the Eagles. Shocker. Shocker. Next, we have the London game. I think it's London. Anyway, it's the 6:30 a.m. game. We have the Denver Broncos.
Honestly, we need to talk about this real quick.
Okay.
I'm kind of done with this whole NFL international thing.
Really? Because you're only gonna get more of it. You're only gonna get more. Why are you done with it? Is it because it's too early?
Well, first off, it's gonna become the IFL because International Football League.
Okay.
It would have to become that, and I don't like change. And
it sounds weird. IFL, too weird. It's too weird.
Yeah, it sounds like a condition,
right?
Like, I just contract, or it's like some place in the fucking hospital. Where, they took him to the IFL. He's fucked.
He's done. He's dead.
And yeah, I feel like it's not good for the players either, because I feel like you're already making that travel just way worse than it has to be.
You know my theory about the Chargers and jet lag? You know what I actually realized? Usually when you do an international game, you get a bye week afterwards. Usually. Chargers, no bye week. They did not get a bye week after traveling all the way to Brazil. So I'm telling you, there's a little bit of something into my jet lag theory. But anyway, continue.
Oh, well, that was that. I just don't like it. I don't like it for the play. I don't like it for the players. I don't like it for the name change that would have to happen. Otherwise, it would be very confusing. Mm-hmm. And also, I just, I don't like these games being in earlier in the morning.
Well, from what I've heard, or is this the Australia game? I don't know. Doesn't matter. From what I've heard, the plan is for every team to have an international game per season. That's like the plan. So we'll see how that goes. So there'll be a Mexico game, a Brazil game, a Germany game, a London game, an Ireland game, an Australia game, and they're gonna have to find 2 more. But yeah, maybe a Canada game or something. But yeah, they want to. The NFL wants aggressive expansion. But I agree, I don't love it either.
It's kind of, I don't know, because if you're going to go international, you want to start competing with association football, or, what people call soccer. Mm-hmm. You're just going to confuse people with a name. Like, I don't think people are going to get past the whole, why do they call it football if you don't play with your feet? Like, I think that's just going to always be a barrier for some people.
Listen, I don't know. I don't care about anybody else, but whatever. Let's just make a pick here. You go first.
The Broncos.
Okay.
After all that.
You don't think there's anything to, the Jets being winless, being desperate, them playing, and what am I kidding? No, there's no chance. There's no chance. And you know what? Any
team that wasn't the Jets, I would agree.
Fair enough. What if, and I was going to say something way too stupid. Doesn't matter. But it's one of those things where you're like, I want to find something. I want to find an angle that I could give the Jets. It's not that the Broncos are perfect. It's just that the Jets suck so bad. And so it's one of those things that if I take an L on this one, don't get the point because I didn't take the risk or whatever, I'll laugh my ass off because it's the Broncos losing to the Jets. And so that'll be good. Chuck will never hear the end of it, just like we'll never hear the end of it of the losers of the Chargers losing to the Giants. You see that? You know what they call that? A Freudian slip. But whatever. Let's see what God says. So I'm picking the Broncos too. God picked away. So God won the Broncos too. He's you know what? What did I say at the beginning of this podcast? A coin flip is good enough, and right now we're nailing the coin flip. We're right there with it. So next, we have the Arizona Cardinals visiting the mighty Indianapolis Colts. What can I say here? The Cardinals find ways to steal defeat from the jaws of victory. The Colts are probably the most complete team in the NFL right now. We'll see how things go. I hear that they just signed the Money Badger, so maybe he'll be good for them. Who knows, though? I mean, if your weakness is your kicker,
Badgley wasn't bad.
no, but I mean, there's a reason why he wasn't in a team for so long. So we'll see how that goes for them. I still think that even if he misses every single kick, the Colts should be good enough to beat the Arizona Cardinals, because they're just, the vibes in Arizona are terrible. I was considering adding Gannon to the hot seat list. I think it's still too soon, but by the end of the season, if things keep going the way they're going, he's going to be in the hot seat too. So give me the Colts. Eric, who do you like? I mean,
yeah, the Cardinals are those type. It's that type of team where the Colts are about to kick a game winner, and they're gonna miss it, but one of the Cardinals defensive linemen is gonna block it a little bit, and it's gonna actually put it in the way of getting in.
Yep,
They're that type of team.
I can already see it happening, and I'll laugh my ass off. So there you go.
So I take the Colts.
Even God picked the Colts, so I'm actually nervous that we're getting every single coin flip right now. Next, the Los Angeles Chargers visiting the Miami Dolphins. Eric, I'll let you.
This should not.
What?
This should not be that hard of a pick.
It shouldn't, but yet it is. Again, I'll give you some, talking points if you want. The Chargers, they're on a losing streak against one really bad team, one good team. If my jet lag theory proves through, this is a trip all the way across the country, and it's an early morning game. So those two things are usually not good. Also, Chargers have historically not played well in Miami, and plus it's hot as hell and humid as hell over there. So there's a lot of things that make you feel nervous on paper, but the Chargers should beat the crap out of the Dolphins. They should. But anyway, you can continue, and then I'll continue with my thoughts.
I mean, this is gonna sound kind of ugly, but I feel like Miami's culture, like their locker room, is so demoralized that we may be able to eke out an ugly one. Like, say whatever you want about the Chargers, I feel like the players haven't given up on the coach. I don't think they've given up on the team. They're just injured to shit. Wow, I think the Dolphins, I think they're at that point where
they're just giving up. They're just giving up.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I agree with you. I'm gonna pick the Chargers anyway, just cause.
Like I think the Chargers have zero doubts that Harbaugh is still their guy. Herbie is still their guy. I don't think the Dolphins feel the same way about McDaniel.
No. So, I agree with you. I feel like the Chargers, the vibe is more like they're letting down their coaches other than the other way around. I did like the change that they did, the trade, getting in a new edge rusher who has 14 pressures in the year. He doesn't have any sacks, but he has 14 pressures. That's more than what is it? Bud Dupree and Caleb Murphy have combined. So it's an immediate upgrade. And for those of you who are worried, well, he's going to take a few weeks to acclimate. Dude, he came from the Baltimore Ravens. They run basically the same system. They probably use the exact same language. So I'm not too worried about that. Also, edge rushers, you're basically you just go like, all right, get in there and hunt, kill. So I'm confident that the defense will play better. I'm a little concerned that the Dolphins have a couple of really fast players who can burden them, but the vibes are just so bad in Miami. In spite of things being in their favor, like more travel, humidity, injuries, all that stuff, the Chargers should win this one. They have the better quarterback. They have the better defense, or they should have the better defense. So they have the better weapons. The one thing the Dolphins have is they have a better running back and maybe a better O-line. So that should not be enough for them to win. And yeah, let's see what God says. God picked home, so God deviated. He went traitor. Next, we have the New England Patriots visiting the New Orleans Saints. Eric, I go first on this one. So the New England Patriots, they just beat the Bills. All right, they just beat the top dog in the AFC, and they're currently sitting at 3-2, which is not a bad record. The Saints, they just beat the Giants. They have not looked terrible all season. Could this mean that they maybe started to get their act together? Doubt it. Both teams have been steadily looking better, except the Saints against the Seahawks. So that was just a total ass kicking. But the Patriots have looked better every single game. I think that trend continues against these Saints who just got the monkey off their back. So I think they'll be like, okay, we can relax a little maybe. And so I'm going with the Patriots on this one. Eric, who do you like?
Yeah, honestly, this past game, if I didn't know anything about this last weekend, I would have probably gone with the Saints, honestly, just because I would have been two not great teams and at least one playing at home. But that Bills game made this a very easy choice.
Oh, definitely.
Go with the Patties on this one.
Yep. And God picked home. He sticks with the Saints. All right. All right. Next, interesting matchup. We have the Cleveland Browns visiting the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do I go first on this one, or do you? I think you go first.
Yeah, you go first. I do.
All right, go ahead.
The Steelers just rested up pretty good. Cleveland.
They just dropped Joe Flacco.
So they just got infinitely worse. You're right. I mean, fuck. I'm not going to watch it because it's going to be boring as shit because it's the Steelers game. But they've been winning, managing to eke out victories. I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. Just came back from bye. They should be good to go.
The Steelers just came back from the game they probably looked best in against the Vikings. The Vikings have a very nasty defense. They're at home. They're rested. But however, I think there's a little bit of pep in the step of the Browns right now. They got the new kid. Crap. It's a new kid against the Steelers defense that's starting to get turnovers. Nah. Okay. No. Give me the Steelers. I'm going to stick with the Steelers. I don't even know where I was going with this. I'm sorry. Like, I'm apologizing to myself for almost doing that to myself. Yeah.
I was sort of like, this is the one you deviate for the Browns?
No, I caught myself right on time. Got picked home. So there you go. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Carolina Panthers. Two interesting teams. Not necessarily a good thing to say. The Dallas Cowboys have a pretty good offense right now. The Carolina Panthers are Jekyll and Hyde. Sometimes they look good, sometimes they look bad. They managed to beat the Miami Dolphins. However, that's not much of an accomplishment. And the Dallas Cowboys managed to beat the Jets, which, ditto. So the one outlier here is that the Cowboys tied with the Packers, and they're coming from a bye week. So just because of that, I'll give them the shot here. However, I think it's a coin toss. Like Carolina Panthers at home, I don't hate that either. I hate both of them. Let's just leave it at that.
I think I'll stick with the Cowboys on this one. They've been looking okay.
The offense, yes.
What's his name? The Pickens.
Yep.
That guy good. And he's still on the team?
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. They're not coming off a bye week. They played last week against the Jets. Maybe it felt like a bye week. I don't know. But
probably to them.
Yeah. You know what? I'll stick with the Cowboys, because at least their offense has been consistently good and their defense has been consistently bad. The Carolina Panthers, they're all over the place. So they're not consistently good or bad. So I'll stick with the one that I can at least predict a little. Next, interesting matchup. We have this. Oh wait, let me see what God says. Or did I flip a coin? No, I haven't. Yeah, I flipped it. It was the Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Interesting matchup. We have the Seattle Seahawks visiting the 4-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. Eric, who do you like?
I mean, it's the cream of the crop here.
Of course, the best of the best. Except,
Yeah,
you know,
actually, when you were talking about, the Bills being the kings of the AFC, I'm like, hold your goddamn, to kitty tigers over here.
when did I say the kings of the AFC?
Well, you were saying the top dogs.
Oh, well, yeah, they were undefeated at the time.
Yeah,
No,
but
not-
the times have changed.
Yep, times they are a changing indeed. Look at the clock. Times are changing.
No longer undefeated time. Right now it's Duval time.
Yep.
Right now is happy birthday to Trevor Lawrence, and he's gonna go undefeated in his 26 years of age.
Oh, okay. All right, just 26. Next year?
Just 26.
All right.
He's fucked.
Done. Career's over.
I'm gonna say right now they're gonna ride their momentum and playing at home. I'm gonna go with the Jags on the.
Okay, I'll make a move on this one. I'll play the Seattle Seahawks. Their defense has been playing really good. I mean, not against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but then again, who can play well against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense? And they've been moving the ball. So the offense has been really good. Sam Darnold should be in the conversation maybe for MVP, except, that he just lost to Baker Mayfield. So Baker Mayfield is clearly superior. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks on this one, and let's see what God thinks.
It's an easy one to deviate.
Yeah, God picked away, so he's with the Seahawks as well. Next,
I think I know. I think I have two more that I suspect you're gonna go the other way.
we'll see. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams visiting the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, we do not know if one Mr. Lamar Jackson will be playing. He did not train. He did not practice today, so that's not a good sign. However, he has played in games where he didn't practice during the week before, so we'll see. We'll keep monitoring that, but you go first, Eric.
Oh man, it's so sad to see the Ravens so fucking low right now.
Yes, this is the worst I've seen him. However, in the betting markets, they're still the favorites to win the AFC North.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, AFC North over the Steelers?
Yep. The 3-1 Steelers.
I mean, Steelers going to Super Bowl, so I don't know how they're gonna have. Maybe they can go into the wild card.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is an easy Rams for me. They're playing too good. They maybe even should have won last week.
They really shit the bed last week. I mean, at home, divisional rival. To me, it's okay.
Hell, they
You
should pretty much be undefeated because they fucked up at the end with the Eagles too.
Well, they keep getting their freaking kicks blocked, man. They need to figure that shit out. Like, how many blocked field goals can you get? Jesus Christ. Let me see.
Listen, I can't use that excuse at work, so neither can they.
Fair enough. All right, so the Ravens need to get their heads out of their ass. However, they won't do it until they get a lot more players on defense and Lamar Jackson behind the in front under center, and they need to give the ball to Derrick Henry more. I don't know why they don't do it, but they should. They need to stop being stupid and give Derrick Henry the ball. The Rams, I thought they were maybe the best team in the NFC several times. They played like it several times. They lost a game at home against a divisional rival that they should have won easily. So I think they've been seeding for 10 days. So again, longer rest period. So give me the Rams. I think they'll kind of come in unhappy. God picked home, by the way. So God picked the Ravens. A 1-5 Ravens. That's whoosh. Yeesh. Next, this is a hard one, okay? This is a hard one. We have the Tennessee Titans visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. So, 2 1-4 teams. I don't know who's gonna watch this game, honestly, because I'm not gonna.
Is this gonna be like Schrodinger's score, you know?
Well, nobody's gonna know who won because nobody watched it.
they both won and both lost.
Yeah.
Until somebody observes it, and nobody's gonna observe it.
Man, I I don't know. The Raiders have looked worse than I expected them to. The Titans have looked worse than I expected them to. They make dumbass mistakes. I don't know. I want to say the Raiders because they're playing at home, but I don't want to pick the Raiders, so I'm going to pick the Titans just because the vibes are better. The vibes are better in Tennessee. They feel they've been chosen by the gods, and they saved them against the Cardinals. They'll save them against the Raiders. Eric, what do you like?
Okay. It's not about who I like. I'm just gonna go with the home team and hold my nose, and that's it.
All right, fair enough. That's not a bad choice. God picked the way, so God picked the Titans. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, whose quarterback may or may not be Joe Flacco, visiting the Green Bay mother-loving Packers. So, I think you go first on this one.
What was the last? Let me see the betting line here again. Green Bay is favored by 14.5 points here.
Just okay.
Yeah. A bit insulting if you ask me.
Definitely.
I'll go with the Packers in this one.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers coming off a bye, coming off a tie with the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Yeah, they've had 2 weeks to just sit there and think about it. We tied against the Cowboys. Micah Parsons, interestingly enough, mentioned that he's never sacked Joe Flacco, and so he was kind of upset about it. And so now he may actually get a second chance at it. So it's that's extra motivation there. The O-line for the Bengals is not good, and their defense is not good overall. So if the Packers lose this one, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't even find it funny. That would just be like really sad because on paper and the way that they started the season looked phenomenal. But anyway, see what God says. God picked away. God picked the Bengals. Wow.
He likes Joe Flacco.
Maybe. Next, we have probably the best game of the weekend. Probably. The San Francisco 49ers visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We don't know who the quarterback will be for the San Francisco 49ers. However, we do know that Brock Purdy did not practice this week. Mac Jones did. Limited. He was limited, but he was out there. Okay. 49ers had a longer week, of rest. That's a good thing. They had time to prepare for this one. The Buccaneers have just looked unstoppable on offense, at least. So can they pull another rabbit out of the hat, or will the Saleh defense, keep them down? I think you're going to pick the Buccaneers. So I'm going to pick the 49ers. I don't like it. I do not like it, but I'm going to go with the 49ers. Eric, who do you like?
Let me guess. You knew that since I see both teams as basically equals, then the home team.
I just think you like Baker Mayfield a lot.
I told you that in private. And I say it now.
All right. Yeah. And also that was also a factor. Yes. So.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucs on this one. They're good. They're playing at home, and the
vibes are good.
The 49ers are, they're a good squad, don't get me wrong. But I feel like they're a bit less consistent.
Definitely less consistent, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't love this pick, but I did not expect them to beat the Rams either. And if you want to do math, the 49ers beat the Seahawks, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers barely survived the Seahawks. So it's 2 4-1 teams. We'll see how it goes.
And I don't like doing math.
God picked home. So God went with the Buccaneers. I'm on an island on this one. Next, the hopefully funnest game of the weekend. The Detroit Lions visiting the Kansas City Chiefs, where they will hopefully destroy them, end their season, humiliate them, spit on their graves.
The Chiefs are actually favored in the betting line.
What?
-2.5.
I mean, being at home gives you at least 3 points. So they think they're equal? Have they seen these two teams play?
Maybe not this year.
You know, it's funny. I remember the last time I remember Jared Goff playing Patrick Mahomes was, the Lions won. And the previous time, it was like the highest scoring game in history because Jared Goff was with the Rams, and then every play was a touchdown. It was like touchdown one way, touchdown the other, touchdown the other. Yeah, and
that's a fun one.
Yeah, so I think this is actually their third meetup, so could be. I mean, I just don't see the teams as being comparable. Like Travis Kelce can't catch a cold. Chris Jones is giving up on plays. The refs have turned on the Chiefs finally. I mean, they still give them bullshit turnovers and touchdowns, but they're starting to call flags on all their other bullshit. So the vibes are not good in Kansas City at all, whereas the vibes are really good in Detroit. They got their mojo back. They've been moving the ball. Their running backs are throwing touchdowns. So I'm gonna go the Lions all the way here, and I'm gonna hope they drop them to 2-4, and just bite their kneecaps, rip them out. Anyway, Eric, what do you think?
Okay, so just a fun thing. I'm looking at a stathead.com. Jared Goff is 2-0 against Mahomes.
He won the Rams game?
That's just what it says.
I thought the Chiefs won that one, but no, I like him even more.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So
I'm not gonna keep listing these stats, otherwise it's gonna start skewing a lot the other way. But let me not get to the championship and awards part.
No. But it's the head to head. Head to head is the only thing that matters.
Oh, thanks. Stop the count.
So is Jared Goff like the Eli Manning to Patrick Mahomes?
I don't see why they shouldn't make that canon now.
I mean, they haven't met in the Super Bowl.
Yet.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna stick with the Lions on this one, but the betting line is interesting. Do they know something we don't? Probably.
I haven't heard any major injuries or anything, but all right.
Maybe they just think Chiefs are getting desperate. They're playing at home.
I mean,
they didn't look bad against the Jaguars per se.
They dropped the 2-touchdown lead.
They didn't look horrible against the Jaguars.
And it's a short week for them.
Listen, I'm just trying to give the arguments here. Right. I already picked the Lions.
Fair enough. All right.
Don't kill the messenger here.
God picked home. God picked the Chiefs. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Next, the first of the 2 Monday Night Football games. At 4:15, we have the Buffalo Bills visiting the Atlanta Falcons. Eric, you go first.
Oh, man. It's nice being able to say fuck the Falcons after a week off. And what a fucking they gonna get with freaking Josh Allen being upset last week.
Yes, the Bills did not look good against the Patriots, and it's their second week in a row on the road, which is never a good thing. However, I mean the Bills were formerly the class of the AFC. I think they should get back to form on this one. The Falcons, again, Jekyll and Hyde. They didn't score any points against the Panthers, and then they beat up on another team that I don't even remember who, because I don't particularly think about the Falcons, but we'll see. Anyway, the point is, I think the Bills should get back to form on this one.
Easy peasy.
God picked home. And finally, interesting game. We have the Chicago Bears visiting the Washington Commanders. So, battle of last year's first overall draft pick and the second. Bears coming off a bye week. Yeah. The Commanders coming off a ginormous victory against the Chargers. Well, the Bears did not look terrible last time we saw them, but I think it was against we saw them. They played the Cowboys. They looked pretty good, and then I think they played the Raiders, and then they looked pretty good because again they played the Raiders. Let me just double check here. Bears schedule. All right. Yep, they beat the Raiders barely. So, I mean, the bye week is an advantage. However, it's Commanders at home. Commanders are a good team. The Bears are getting slightly better. They still have not beaten any good teams, so give me the Commanders at home. Eric, who do you like?
In the battle of the CW, huh?
Did I make a coin flip for the Falcons and Bills?
Sure.
Ah, home. Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders, but maybe I'm just overthinking and, you know, being a little too meta. But right now, Chicago is having all this trouble with, you know, Washington, right? Like in real life.
Yes. Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, and Chicago's getting his ass kicked. All right, I can see where you're going with this.
But Chicago's also might be getting a little pissed with Washington specifically.
Maybe. I mean, you're saying like they're gonna go over there and send a message, like, yeah, Chicago still owns Washington.
No, I'm thinking the fans are gonna kill the Commanders.
Okay, I mean, I didn't see that one coming, but it's a take. It's a take. So you're picking the Bears.
You heard it here, folks.
So you're picking the Bears?
No, fuck that. I'm picking Washington.
All right, let's see what God says.
Even with no players, I think the Bears would lose.
God picked the way, so he picked the Bears. All right, and I think that's it. That's every single game this week. Eric, is there anything else you want to bring up, or are you done? So I'm done.
I probably got enough heat on me.
Oh, definitely.
The entire state of Illinois now hates me.
I mean, not everybody in Illinois likes the Bears.
I thought it was like law.
Good God, I hope not. But anyway, that's it for today. Again, as comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DariusDW and at Super Dario World. I kind of messed up my audio a little bit.
Yeah, I think you hit your mic or something.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the hell happened. All right, let me just stop that real quick. Let me not do that again. There we go.
Take two.
That was interesting. Okay, like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. If we make it to 10,000 subs before the end of the NFL season, I will take a 10,000-mile road trip and record most of it, and, you know, try to do Wild America while I'm doing it. You know, go deep into the wild of America and try to get images of the largest and most interesting species in the North American continent. So hopefully I survive that. I really want to. I really want to survive. But anyway, Eric, anything else you want to add?
No, I think we're outro.
Cool. All right. As always, thank you for
week.
Yep. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next time.